nasty. Let's give it a review, shall we? We're in the Coyote swapped F100. Let's see how it acts. So is it okay if I do a big burnout in your gravelly parking lot?
Gravel parking lot?
Get a little bumpy here. This road's pretty rough. Alright, well right away I can hear a rattle coming from somewhere over here. That drives me nuts. Motor sounds good. Shift's good. It's a good truck. This thing's pretty awesome. I know, you want me to beat on it. Well, it's worth a lot of money and I'm not beating on it. Yeah, it shifts real good. I think it runs a little fat. We need to get a different tune in this motor. It ought to pull way harder than that. No, I think it's a very good truck. Let me get it back. We'll take a walk around. We'll look at the build itself and see how she's faring after several months of pretty hard use, let's face it. Yeah, there she is. I just got told to slow the hell down by the locals. I think I'll do that. He's probably right. There's a rattle right there. The inner fender well's not tied right here. A little bolt must have come out. All right, that's one thing. Not too bad. After spending some time on the road with this truck today, I noticed a couple of things that are going to need some attention. Overall, it's a win. The thing is badass. It sounds amazing and it runs and drives really good. There's just a couple of little things I'd like to address over the winter. We're about to get snowy here. I know you probably can't tell by looking at it, but it is literally going to be snowing within a month. So during that time, I'll go over the couple little things. The first item is there's a touch of play in the steering that I don't really like, but it was a used Crown Vic rack that's in there, so we're going to change that. That's one thing. Brakes feel a little spongy after all this time. I think we could probably re-bleed those. But the main thing, I think, for this truck, so one of the big problems that I had with this build was it's not mine. So because of that, I'm actually going to build a duplicate, an exact replica of this, and I'm going to auction it off. So be watching the channel for that. Now, on to the things that we think this needs after close to 10,000 miles, I think, of pretty hard use. The road out here, you'll hear a car go by in a second, it's like a drum set. It's like driving through Vietnam, this road. Yeah, it's just terrible. So after pretty much beating on this thing, they've been driving it hard. It's been to shows, it's got miles on it. The only thing that I can see, aside from the couple little rattles, is I think that the transmission and the engine need to go back to the dyno for the simple reason of there was a 274 rear end in it, and they blew that to pieces. If you look back in the videos, you'll see how we changed it on our backs. But they put a 300 in it instead of a 274, so it's all top end. And because of that, the transmission likes to shift in spots that I don't want it to shift. And because this is fully tunable, we're going to get it back to the dyno and we're going to make it a lot happier. That's really all I can see that this thing needs after just a bunch of use. So I want you to stay tuned to the channel. This is called Old Blue. We're going to have Old Blue version 2, and you could own it. So keep watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share everywhere you see fit. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.